I don't know, spoil you lot, 2 videos in a day. Think yourself lucky. Joking aside, here I am again. I thought I would do this one while I was set up from the Thorn video. Right, today I've got a pickups video for you. I haven't done a pickups one for a while. Unfortunately, I don't buy too many Steelbooks these days since my row with Zack, as I've said on numerous occasions before. Yeah, I've got a couple to show you today, a couple of gaming ones, and then we've got a few comic related items and a miscellaneous jobby which I'll show you later. Yeah, so first of all we've got the Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now this was the cut that the original director did. It appeared, I think, on TV in 4 parts, was it? Forget. But basically it strings out the original one with Zack Snyder's vision of how the Justice League film should have been. So we'll just get into it there. I'll show you what this one's all about. Take off the wrap. Okay. Now I have to say that's not the most dramatic or exciting front cover I've ever seen. So let's have a little looky. Get this horrible sticky stuff off. As I feared, back cover's no better. So yeah, disappointing as a Steelbook. On the side we have the usual adverts, and we have that. We have the 4K and the, oh no, we have 2 4K discs because I'm forgetting it's quite a long job. And then we have the another little graphic on the other side. So yeah, I must say that's not the most exciting of Steelbooks I've ever seen. But it is what it is, as they say. I quite enjoyed the TV series, so I thought it would be a nice one to purchase. It was an HMV exclusive, I believe. Excuse me. That's the papery bit. Still never get it back in properly. They still insist on putting these silly paper things over the top instead of the cardboard things that Marvel do, which are much better. But there you go. Right, gaming wise, I managed to pick up this little jobby for the Xbox One, Gears 5. This was only a tenner. Got a nice outer cover, and then inside we have a very stylish Steelbook. And I find that very nice. It's a shame everybody can't do anything as good. The old Gears motif on the back there. And inside we just have the game and notes and the DLC, etc., which will no doubt have been used. I'll just show you the graphic inside there. That's quite nice even, so a black and white tone. So yeah, I mean, for a tenner, I thought that was a pretty good buy. I don't think there's been that many Steelbooks made during the COVID, so I'm not falling behind too much. I still like to buy the gaming Steelbooks. It's just the films that I've cut back on. And then this one is the Far Cry 5 Steelbook. That's not muck and grew on it, by the way. That's that's how it actually came. And then we have the back cover with the same slime and gunk on it. Then inside it's just a plain old disc with a scene from the game, presumably. Never played it, probably never will, so I wouldn't know. But yeah. Anyway, that was Far Cry 5. I forget how much that was, but it wasn't that expensive. And then on the gaming front, I picked this one up because it's a shoot. It's a not a shmup as such. It's a side-scrolling shooter with, I suppose there are a few RPG elements to it. It's very scarce. I mean, I've never seen it in the wild. It's been out about 3 years, I think. I mean, I bought a digital copy on PSN when it was very, very cheap, but I prefer to have physicals of these. And yeah, I mean, as I say, I've never seen it out in the wild. And online, I think that was $12.99, and online it's dearer than that. So yeah, I thought I would pick that one up. Now we have a few comics to show you. That's the Donald Blake storyline in Thor. These are the final 4 issues. I've shown you the others previously. Prey. We have the penultimate issue. These are all written by Donny Cates, of course, who is one of my favourite authors at the moment. Here, Venom and good stuff like that. And that's the finale. I've not read it yet, so I've read the first couple of issues, but I've not read the whole thing, so I'm hoping that's as good as it started off at. Then there's a new Harley Quinn Black Label. This is a new kind of prestige format Black Label. I tend to buy anything related to the Joker, so that's issue 1 and 2 and 3. Quite nice covers. It's the same guy who did the White Knight storyline, which involved Batman and the Joker. Now that's actually issue 5. I've not managed to find issue 4 yet, excuse me, but I'm sure I will come across that in due course. Now this is the new Eternals comic. There's been 4 issues thus far. Of course, this will tie into the Marvel Universe film that's due out, I think, at the end of the year. I don't know where it's been pushed back, but that's the last I heard anyway. It might be early next year now. I don't know. But I've not read it, but it concerns the original gods, that kind of ties into the Null / Black King storyline that has been dominating the Marvel Universe for the last few months. There's good old Thanos in issue 2. But anything with Thanos in, he's the Joker's my favourite DC villain. Thanos is my favourite Marvel villain. Then we have issue 3, and as far as I know, this is the latest issue, number 4. So yeah, not read it, but another one I'll have to get round to. This is the Rorschach series from Watchmen. This is issue 4. I showed you 1 to 3 in the last pickups video. So that's issue 4 and 5. That's quite nice. And 6. Quite nice covers these actually. I read the first 3, but I'll have to get round to finishing. So that's number 7, and that issue that just came out a couple of weeks ago, that's number 8. And finally, not finally, but there's June, House of Atreides, another film that's due out at the back end of this year that I'm anxious to see because I'm a big fan of the Frank Herbert novel Dune. Not so much the sequels, but the first Dune is rather excellent. It's issue 4 and 5. And the latest one, 6. This is sort of a backstory of the main character, Paul Atreides, and his clan. Now these I just picked up yesterday. This is the new Joker title from DC. Lovely cover, I like that one. And that is issue 2. Very often you find that the second issues are scarcer than the first issues because the print run goes down, usually, unless it's a very popular title that they know is going to sell bundles, but I assume with that one there was plenty of 2s knocking about, and that's the latest with Punchline, the new character that turned up in the Joker Wars or storyline before it. Their Dark Designs, which aim to bring Batman or Bruce Wayne to his knees financially. So yeah, nice covers. That's the 3 Joker issues. Now, on the comics front, I've just got another couple of things to show you. This is one of those nice omnibuses that Marvel do. That's a Fantastic Four. That's a more recent, although it covers issues 1 to 16 and FF issues 1 to 16. These are more recent stories because they keep going back to number 1. I'm not familiar with the Fantastic Four, so I've no idea what these are. But that was only 25 quid and it's $100 book, so, you know, you can't complain at that price. You get plenty of reading in there. And then my favourite comic purchase of late, another Marvel omnibus. That's Nick Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D. Now these stories go way back to the 70s and deal mainly with the stories that Jim Steranko drew and wrote in many cases. Like I say, we're back to the, I don't know, early 70s here or mid 70s, I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, Jim Steranko, if you're not familiar, was a very, very popular artist. He didn't stay in the industry for too long. He was one of these that shone brightly and then went elsewhere where he could make some real money. But I mean, these stories are really, really spot on. I mean, unlike anything that anybody ever drew in the 70s. He was interesting volume in that he started off doing sort of like Jack Kirby clone stuff, and then he started to write it, and as his influence grew, so his artwork changed completely, and in the end, you know, it was all purely Steranko sort of psychedelic stuff and square panels and 2-page panels. So just terrific stuff. I mean, I can't believe this. This is another $100 book, and it was only 25 quid, and it's probably the best 25 quid I've spent lately. So yeah, I mean, you won't be able to see them very well, but that's all the issues. You're going back to, oh yeah, it might even have been late 60s. My memory's going now, but started off in Strange Tales and then blossomed into his own title. But yeah, I mean, a really, really good read, and a good buy at 24 quid. The only other thing I have to show you is, I don't think I've shown this before. If I have, I apologise, but my memory's not what it was. But basically, back in, I forget, would it be the 60s? I don't know, I've lost track of this stuff. There was a very, very famous set of bubblegum cards called Mars Attacks. And now, I mean, a full set of these will cost you, getting on for 4 figures. I don't know if they've reached that yet, but certainly the last time I heard that they were around about the 600-700 quid mark for a full set. And this is a facsimile set of those that came out fairly recently, but nonetheless interesting for all that. And I mean, these were kind of, people worried about these when they came out. I don't know if they were banned here after a while, but certainly, you know, some of the stuff depicted on them were deemed as unsuitable for kids. And like I say, amongst bubblegum card enthusiasts, you can't get any more iconic or famous than these. So yeah, I mean, that was a facsimile set. It only cost me about a tenner or something, so I'm not really arguing at a tenner for a copy of something that would cost you, you know, maybe 700 or 800 quid. So yeah, that was something I bought off eBay, and that's about it, folks, for the time being. Next up, Marvel recently did a big event. Any of you comic enthusiasts will know of it, the King in Black event that ran for several months. Had a base issue of 5 comics and then loads of spin-offs. Well, I've managed to collect a full set of the spin-offs plus the base comics, so I will probably roll those out for you and show you in the next video. It won't be today, so I don't think I'll ever do 3 videos in a day, but it'll be sometime soon. So anyway, take care, everybody. I hope you enjoyed what I've shown you there, and I will be with you very soon. Bye-bye now.